Let's be honest, working with images and documents can be a total nightmare, right? But what if you could turn that clunky mess into a clean masterpiece? Well, in the next few minutes, we're going to show you exactly how to do that, how to take complete control and make every single document you create look polished and professional.
Oh, you know the feeling. You've been there. You drop a picture into your report and boom, the text just explodes, the layout is a total disaster, and that image just refuses to go where you want it. It's so frustrating. And that exact problem is what we are going to solve for good, right now.
Okay, first things first. We have to actually get the image into the document. I know, it sounds super basic, but trust me, choosing the right method from the very beginning can seriously speed up your entire workflow.
So this is the way most of us learn to do it, right? The classic method. You click where you want the picture, you go digging through the menus, insert picture from file, then you have to go hunting for the image on your computer, and yeah, it works. It's reliable, but man, is it slow.
So, you want to speed things up? Of course you do. Just drag an image from a folder and drop it right into your document. Simple. See something you like online or in another app? Just copy and paste it. And for those graphics you use all the time, like a company logo, the gallery is an absolute lifesaver. 3 much faster ways to get this done.
Okay, so the image is in the document. And now we get to what is maybe the single most important decision you're going to make. Should you link it or should you embed it? This one little choice, believe it or not, changes everything from your file size to how your document gets updated.
All right, let's really break this down because it's a game changer. Linking is kind of like putting a little sticky note in your document that just says, hey, go find the picture over there. The image itself lives separately. Embedding, on the other hand, is like making a full-on photocopy of the image and gluing it directly into your document. The image actually becomes a part of the file.
And of course, there are trade-offs. Linking is great because it keeps your document size really small. And here's the magic part. If you go and edit that original image file, it updates automatically in your document. Pretty cool, right? The catch is, the image isn't really in there. So if you send the document to someone, you have to send the image file too. Embedding makes the document bigger, but it's totally self-contained. You can send it to anyone, no problem. The trade-off? That image is frozen in time. Any changes you make to the original won't ever show up.
So here's the bottom line, the simple rule to remember. If you need to email a single file that just works for anybody, you embed the images. But if you're working on a huge report with tons of massive images that might need updating later, linking is definitely the pro move.
Okay, your image is in, and you've made that big link or embed decision. Now we get to the fun stuff, making it look absolutely perfect. It's time to get a little creative.
These are your go-to tools, the basics you're going to use all the time. You can resize it by just grabbing those little corner handles, use cropping to get rid of all that junk in the background and really focus on what's important. And flipping it can create a perfect mirror image, which can be surprisingly useful.
You know how you slap a filter on a photo before you post it online to make it look cool? Well, guess what? You can do pretty much the same thing right inside your document. You can go way beyond the basic edits and add some real artistic flair.
And you can get really creative here. The invert filter gives you this super cool photo negative vibe. Solarization creates this really unique, almost sun-bleached look. Posterize can turn your photo into something like pop art. And charcoal can make any photo look like a dramatic hand-drawn sketch.
All right, now for the grand finale. This is the step that separates the good documents from the truly great ones, making your text and images play nicely together in perfect harmony. This is where the magic happens.
So first up, we need to talk about something called anchoring. Just think of it like this. Every image needs a pin to hold it in place in your document. And that little anchor point decides how the image moves, or doesn't move, when you start adding or deleting text around it.
And you've got a few choices for where to put that pin. You can anchor it to the page, which basically glues it to one spot no matter what. More often, you'll anchor it to a paragraph, so if that paragraph gets pushed to the next page, the image goes right along with it. You can even anchor it to a character, where it literally acts like one giant letter in your sentence.
So once your image is pinned down, you have to tell the text how to behave around it. That's text wrapping. It's basically you telling the words how to flow around your picture to create that really clean, professional look.
Wrap-off is the simplest. It just puts a clean break, with text above and below the image. Page wrap is that classic magazine look, where the text flows beautifully around all sides of the picture. And wrap through is cool because it lets you put an image behind your text, kind of like a watermark. Getting these down is everything.
And that right there,
That's the whole secret. Great documents aren't just about dropping in a picture. They're about the conscious control you take over anchoring and wrapping to create a layout that just feels seamless and professional. This is the skill that will make your work really stand out.
So, look, you have all the tools now. You know how to take complete control from the second you insert an image to the final, polished layout. The only question left is, what amazing story are you going to tell with your next document?